We all know that feeling, right? Get really fired up to learn English. Maybe after a trip, where you just decide, okay, it's finally time. You start strong, tons of enthusiasm. But then, well, life happens.
Yeah, it gets in the way.
Exactly. And that motivation kind of flickers. And the daily practice you planned, it becomes more like maybe once a week, if that.
If you're lucky, yeah.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into breaking free from that cycle. We want to talk about building an English learning habit that actually sticks, day after day.
Think of it like a shortcut.
Yeah, a shortcut to consistent progress without feeling completely overwhelmed.
It's fascinating, actually, how often our best intentions just fizzle out.
Yeah.
Especially with something like language learning.
Right. You genuinely want to improve.
You do. But fitting it into a busy life feels like, I don't know, a huge puzzle sometimes.
So our goal for you today is, first, to understand why making it a daily thing is so incredibly powerful for your brain.
Then we'll pinpoint those, let's say, sneaky little obstacles that tend to trip us all up.
Yeah, the common pitfalls.
Exactly. And most importantly, we want to arm you with some really practical, no-nonsense strategies. Ways to weave English learning right into your everyday routine.
And we're drawing on a great conversation for this, right? From the BBX Learning English podcast.
Yeah, between Jack and Rosa, they really got into this specific challenge, how to make it work.
Okay, so let's get right to the heart of it. This whole idea of daily practice. Why is it so important? I mean, why can't we just block out, say, 3 hours on a Saturday and cram it all in?
That's a really good question. And it gets at a core principle of how our brains actually learn best.
Okay.
Think about it like this. Learning a language is a bit like maybe growing a plant.
A plant, okay.
Yeah. Regular, small amounts of water work way better for growth than one massive flood every few weeks, right?
Ah, right.
Gotcha. So consistent, even short exposure to English helps to really embed that new information. It's that daily repetition, that regular contact, that helps move vocabulary and grammar from your short-term memory, which is pretty shaky.
Yeah, easily forgotten.
Exactly. Into your long-term memory. That's where it becomes solid, accessible knowledge you can actually use.
So it's like our brains need those little nudges, daily reminders to keep the language active.
Precisely. And here's something else, making it a daily thing actually makes the whole learning process feel, well, easier over time.
Easier? How so?
It gradually just becomes part of your day. Less of this big chore you have to gear yourself up for.
Right, not this huge mountain to climb.
Yeah, and more like just another normal part of your routine, almost automatic, like brushing your teeth, as Rosa put it.
Yeah.
It loses that heavy, overwhelming feeling.
That makes a lot of sense. Less pressure each day. But okay, let's be realistic. 15 minutes a day. Does that really add up to much in the long run?
Oh, absolutely. Rosa made this point really well. It's the compounding effect.
Compounding.
Yeah. 15 minutes might seem tiny, like nothing, but do the math. It's nearly 2 hours a week.
Okay.
And over a whole year, that's more than 90 hours. That's significant learning time, built from these small, consistent steps.
Wow, okay, 90 hours. That actually sounds substantial.
It is. Plus, there's a really important psychological boost, that daily sense of accomplishment, knowing you did something. It's powerful, positive reinforcement.
Ah, so you feel good about it.
Exactly. Even if it's small each day, it builds momentum and keeps you feeling positive about your learning journey.
Okay, so summing up the why bother, better memory, it gets easier to continue, English becomes more normal in your life, and those small daily bits add up to, well, pretty impressive long-term improvement. Got it.
That's the core of it.
Now let's get real. Knowing why is one thing. Doing it is where many of us, myself included, stumble. What are those common pitfalls? The things that derail our good intentions?
Oh, you are definitely not alone there.
Yeah.
Jack and Rosa talked about some really common ones. The biggest one, probably the one everyone says first, is just, I don't have time.
Yeah, the classic. The go-to excuse for pretty much everything, isn't it?
It really is. But the encouraging thing they pointed out is the solution often involves thinking really small. Yeah. We're not talking about magically finding an extra hour. Think 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe.
Okay.
Those little pockets of time, they often already exist in your day. While the kettle boils, your commute, maybe just before bed, it's about spotting and using those micro moments.
Okay, 5 or 10 minutes, that feels less daunting already. But then the next problem pops up. What do I even do in just 5 minutes?
Right, it's so easy to feel lost, isn't it? And then you just end up scrolling social media instead.
Guilty.
We all are. And the key to beating that what now feeling is a tiny bit of planning ahead.
Planning.
Yeah, Jack and Rosa really stress this. Decide the night before what one small, specific English thing you'll do tomorrow. Maybe listen to one song, note down 3 words, or do one quick lesson on an app.
So decide before the moment arrives.
Exactly. Keep it simple, specific, doable in that short time. It just removes that mental barrier of figuring it out on the spot.
Smart. Okay, so planning tackles the what to do. What about boredom? Doing the same flashcards every single day sounds like a recipe for quitting.
Absolutely. Variety is key here. Super important for keeping it fresh.
Right.
Rosa really emphasized mixing things up, maybe podcast one day, flashcards the next, then a short news story.
So different activities.
Yes. And the real trick, choose topics you actually like.
Yeah.
If you love cooking, find English recipes. If you're into sports, watch short clips in English. Making it enjoyable makes it much more likely you'll stick with it.
That definitely reframes it. Learning becomes something interesting, not just a task.
Precisely.
But what about when, that initial excitement wears off, or you feel like you've hit a wall, like you're not really improving anymore? That's so discouraging.
Oh, that dip in motivation, feeling stuck. Totally, utterly normal. It happens to everyone learning a language.
Really?
The important thing is to kind of reframe it. As Jack and Rosa mentioned, even when you feel stagnant, you're probably still making tiny improvements. Understanding a joke you wouldn't have before, recognizing a word.
The small wins.
Exactly. Actively notice them. They're proof you are progressing. And if you feel really stuck for a while, maybe it's time to shake things up.
Ow.
Try a totally different activity. Focus on a specific skill, like pronunciation for a week. Or, honestly, sometimes just taking a short planned break can help you come back feeling refreshed.
Interesting. So, okay, the main hurdles. Feeling like there's no time, not knowing what to do in short bursts, boredom, motivation dips, and feeling stuck. Good to know these are common.
Very common.
Right. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. How do we actually build this daily habit so it sticks? What's the action plan?
Okay, step 1. And this was really hammered home by both Jack and Rosa. Start small. Like really small.
How small?
Forget trying to do an hour right away. The first goal isn't intensity, it's just consistency. Establishing the habit itself. Commit to just 5 minutes a day. Seriously.
Yes, okay.
If that's all you can reliably manage at first, that's a win. You can always build up later once the habit is locked in.
5 minutes.
Do it.
Yeah, that feels genuinely doable for almost anyone. Okay, what's step 2?
Step 2, schedule it. Treat your English time like an important appointment.
Like a meeting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Put it in your calendar, set a phone alarm. Don't just vaguely plan to do it later. Pick a specific, consistent time that usually works. First thing, lunch break, before bed, whatever fits your routine.
Make it non-negotiable. Got it.
Step 3 is a really neat trick. Connect it to an existing habit.
Connect it. How?
Link your English practice to something you already do automatically every single day. Like after my morning coffee, before I brush my teeth while waiting for the bus, use that existing habit as your trigger.
Like habit stacking. After I finish coffee, I do my 5 minutes of English. Clever.
Precisely. Step 4 is all about preparing for success. Make starting as easy as possible.
Reduce the friction.
Exactly. If you use an app, put it right on your phone's home screen. If you plan to read, leave the book open on your desk. The less effort it takes to start, the more likely you are to actually do it.
Makes total sense. Minimize the hurdles. All right, and the crucial 5th step.
Have a plan B, because life will get in the way sometimes.
Right, unexpected stuff happens.
So for those crazy busy days, have a tiny backup activity ready. Like super short, maybe 2 minutes.
2 minutes, like what?
Reviewing 5 flashcards. Listening to one super short audio clip you saved. Just something to keep the daily streak alive, even when time is impossibly tight.
Okay, plan B for chaos days. Love it. So, recap. Start tiny, schedule it, link it to a habit, prep your materials, and have that super short backup. That feels like a solid, practical plan.
It's designed to be manageable.
Now, for those short bursts, the 5 or 10 minutes, what are some specific, easy activity ideas people can use? What's in the toolkit?
Yeah, Jack and Rosa had some great simple ideas. Flashcards are a classic for a reason. Using apps like Anki or Quizlet or just old school index cards. 5 or 10 minutes of review makes a real difference for vocabulary over time. Regular, brief review is key.
Flashcards, simple, effective. What else?
Listening to just one English song. But like actively listen. Focus on the lyrics. Look up words you don't know. Lyrics are easy to find online.
Right, not just background noise.
Exactly. It's enjoyable. And you're working on listening and vocab. Another good one. short video clips.
YouTube, TikTok.
Yep. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, tons of short English content on any topic imaginable. Even 5 minutes of focused listening to native speakers is great for your ear.
And probably doesn't feel too much like studying.
Right. Also, reading news headlines or super short articles, resources like News in Levels are brilliant for this news stories at different English levels.
Ah, combining current events with practice. Smart.
Definitely. Another really simple one. Write just 3 sentences.
About what?
Anything. Your day, your plans, describe something you see. The trick is to try and use a new word or grammar point you're learning. Activates the language.
Moves it from passive to active use.
Good one.
Or, and this might feel weird at first, just talk to yourself.
Yeah, for a couple of minutes. Describe what you're doing. Okay, I'm making tea now. I'm getting the milk.
It's fantastic practice for thinking in English and forming sentences on the fly.
Huh. I can see how that would build fluency, actually, even if it feels a bit odd. What about apps?
Perfect for short bursts. Those quick daily lessons on apps like Duolingo or Memrise. Designed for exactly this, usually just a few minutes.
Okay.
The main thing, really, that Jack and Rosa stressed. Pick 1 or 2 things to start with. Things you find easy and, ideally, kind of enjoyable. Don't try to do everything at once.
Start simple, keep it fun, focus on consistency. Sounds like the magic formula.
Pretty much.
And let's face reality. We're human. Even with the best plan, we're going to miss a day. Sometimes it happens. How do we handle that? What's the best way to deal with the slip-up?
Such a crucial point. Rosa mentioned the never miss twice rule. It's a really helpful mindset.
Never miss twice.
Yeah, missing 1 day. Totally normal. Life throws curveballs. The key is to make a conscious effort to get right back on track the very next day. Don't let 1 missed day become 2. So stop the snowball effect before it starts. Don't let it turn into quitting.
Exactly. Avoid that all or nothing thinking. Like, oh no, I missed yesterday, my streak is broken, it's all ruined, I might as well give up.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
That 1 missed day doesn't erase anything. And also, crucially, practice self-compassion. Don't beat yourself up, don't feel guilty. Learning is a long game, a marathon. There will be bumps.
Be kind to yourself. Good life advice generally.
Absolutely.
How?
However,
Yeah.
if you find you're missing days quite often, consistently, then it is worth pausing and reflecting.
Okay, why might that be happening?
Yeah, ask yourself, like Jack suggested, are my goals maybe a bit too ambitious right now? Is the time slot I picked actually not working? Is the activity itself feeling like a drag?
So analyze the problem.
Right, and it's totally okay to adjust your plan. Maybe switch activities for a bit. Maybe temporarily shorten your target time if life is just crazy busy. Make it sustainable for you.
Makes sense. Adaptability.
And importantly, don't forget to acknowledge when you are consistent. Celebrate it. Hit a week of daily practice. A month. Notice that. Maybe a small reward. Reinforces the good habit.
Okay, so for missed days, never miss twice. Get back on track immediately. Be kind to yourself, but analyze if it keeps happening and celebrate consistency. That's all really practical.
Exactly. It's about progress over perfection. Consistent effort.
Well, this has been incredibly helpful. We've covered so much, from really understanding why daily habits matter for English to the actual nuts and bolts of making it happen.
We have. And the main message, the thing we really hope you take away, is that building this daily habit, it's genuinely achievable for everyone.
Right, you don't need huge chunks of free time suddenly appearing.
Not at all. It's about finding and using those small pockets of time you already have with activities that feel manageable, maybe even enjoyable.
So the focus really should be start small, be consistent, and just be patient with yourself in the process. Those little steps really do add up over time, like you said.
They absolutely do. Don't wait for the perfect moment or some huge wave of motivation. Just start.
Okay, so here's a final thought for you, the listener, to maybe mull over today.
Yeah, something to take action on.
What is just one small, easy step you can take today to start building your own daily English learning habit?
Just one thing, even if it's only for 2 minutes. Think about it and then, well, do it. You've got this.